Welcome back to my channel. Here we are still working on perspective drawing and we are making use of visual array method. And as I said, that visual array method has two forms. We have used the first form to solve this particular problem that I want to solve right now. So we are going to use the second form to also solve this particular question. Let me read the question, then we go on, analyze it, and then we produce the perspective view of the object. The question says, draw a perspective view of a square plane of side 50 millimeters resting on the ground plane with one of its corners touching picture plane and a side right to the corner inclined at 60 degrees to it. The station point is 70 millimeters in front of picture plane, 65 millimeters above the ground plane, and lies in a central plane which is 35 millimeters towards the right of the corner touching the picture plane. Let me read the question again. Draw a perspective view of a square plane of side 50 millimeters resting on the ground plane with one of its corners touching picture plane and a side right to the corner inclined at 60 degrees to it. The station plane is 70 millimeters in front of the picture plane, 65 millimeters above the ground plane, and lies in a central plane which is 35 millimeters towards the right of the corner touching the picture plane. That is the question, and let's see how this method can be used to solve this problem or this form of visual array method. Okay, so what we are going to do first is to draw a horizontal line, so which will represent the picture plane. So we have horizontal line. So this horizontal line represents the picture plane. So we have PP. So we have indicated the picture plane here. Next is to construct the square. So as we are told that one corner of the square is at a right at angle 60 degree to the horizontal. So I'm going to, or to the picture plane. So I'm going to draw a line at 60 degree here. Okay, so touching the picture plane. Then with the 30-degree side of the set square, I'm going to draw a line in this direction. Then I'm going to take a measurement of 50 millimeters on this line. So 50 millimeters from this point up. So this is 50 millimeters here. Okay, then I will also take 50 millimeters from this point. So this is 50 millimeters here. Okay, then with the 60-degree side of the set square, I'm going to produce a line, so in this direction, and also with 30-degree side of the set square, I'm going to produce a line in this direction to complete the square. So here we have the square in place. So the next thing that I'm going to do is to label the points on the square. So this point is point A and this point is point B. Okay, so this point is point C, and then so here we have this point, this is point D here. So we have the square in place. Now, having gotten the square, the next thing that we are going to do is to locate the station point, as we are told that the station point lies on the central plane, and then it's along this point that touches the picture plane. So and then the station point is 70 millimeters in front of the picture plane. So what we are going to do now is that we are going to draw a vertical line. So from this point, we draw a vertical line from this point down. Okay, so we have a vertical line from this point. I'm going to take a measurement of 70 millimeters from this point down. So 70 millimeters. So from here down on the line. So this is 70 millimeters. And do not forget that the question also said that the station point also lies 35 millimeters away from the central plane. So from this point here, we are going to draw a horizontal line towards this side. Okay, and then we take a measurement of 35 millimeters on this line. So this is 35 millimeters here. So here we have the station point. So this is the station point here as we have it here. So the next thing that we are going to do is that we are going to join this point, that is the station point, with the point on the square. So we draw a line from here touching the square, and then we draw a line from point S here, so touching the square. So it goes like this, and then we also draw a line from point S, so touching point B, okay? So we join the station point together with point B, and then we also draw a line. So we draw a line from here, so to join it together with point A on the square. So we have this now. Then the next thing that we are going to do is that we are going to draw the ground line. We are going to draw the ground line. So ground line at any convenient distance from the picture plane. But we have to consider that the front view of the station point is located at a distance 65 millimeters away from the ground line. So looking at this space here, I should be able to get 65 from here to here, and then I should be able to have a little space left. So you have to consider the space when you are doing this work. So I'm going to draw a horizontal line here for the ground level line. I'm going sorry for the ground line. So here I have ground line here. So this is the ground line. So that is GL. Then I will now take a measurement of 65 millimeters up the ground line. So 65 millimeters up the ground line. So this is 65 millimeters here. So I'm going to draw a horizontal line. So I will draw a horizontal line here like this. So this line is the horizon line. This line here is the horizon line. So we'll indicate it with letter HL. All right, so having done that, the next thing that we are going to do is to draw the side view of the picture plane. The side view of the picture plane, we have to draw it. So that means we are going to draw a vertical line that will be at a right angle to the picture plane at any distance away from the square. So I'm going to draw a vertical line up here, so it goes up like this, okay? So it goes up like this. I need to extend it up like this, okay? So we have, so this line that we have here is the side view of the picture plane. Let's take note of that. Okay, so the next thing that we are going to do is that we are going to do some things here, so which you are going to see. So we are going to draw side view of the square itself, the side view of the square itself. We are going to draw it. So I need to extend. So from this point, so I'm going to draw a horizontal line from this point A here. So we draw a horizontal line to touch this vertical line, which is the side view of the picture plane. We have already drawn a horizontal line from point B and touches the line here. Then we are going to draw a horizontal line from point C on the square to touch this line, okay? Then from point D also, so we draw horizontal line to touch this line here. So we have this now. So the next thing that we are going to do is that we are going to take the compass. So we take the compass, so putting the pinpoint here, and we extend it to this point. So where this horizontal line from A touches the line, so we are going to draw an arc to touch this picture plane extended, okay? So we draw an arc like this, okay? Then from here also, we extend to this point. So where this horizontal line C touches the line, so it touches the vertical line, okay, that is the side view of the picture plane. So we draw an arc like this, okay? Then lastly, so we extend to this point where this horizontal line from D touches the vertical line, and we draw an arc to touch this picture plane extended, okay? So we have this. So the next thing that we are going to do is that we are going to draw a vertical line. We are going to draw a vertical line from here. So we draw a vertical line down to touch this ground line, and then we also draw from this point, so to touch the ground line, okay? And then we also draw from here. So from this point, we also draw a vertical line to touch the ground line. So it goes like this, okay? We have this. All right, so we are going to label this point, and this point is going to be, so if you look at this, okay, starting from this one, so this is going to be A prime, so this is A prime, okay? And then so this will be C prime, so this is C prime, okay? But before that, we also have this to be what? To be B prime, so B prime, and this point here is D prime as we have here. Then I ought to have done something here, so as this point is going to be point A1, so this is A1, and this point here is point B1, okay? So this point here where this line touches the picture plane, that's what I'm talking about. So this point, this point, this point, and this point. So this point is point D1. So this is D1, while this one is point C1. All right, so then the next thing that we are going to do is that we need to locate the second station point, the front view of the station point on this line, as we are told that that station point is located on this line, which is 55 millimeters away from the ground line. So to do that, we are going to take a measurement. So we are going to take a measurement. So this 70 millimeters that we have from here to here, for us to get this station point, we are also going to take 70 millimeters from this point on this vertical line, that is on the side view of the picture plane. So we take a measurement of 70 millimeters. So this is 70 millimeters here. So here we have 70 millimeters, okay? So we have this. So this 70 millimeters that we have here, okay? So and then so having taken that 70 millimeters, so we have what? We have the point here on the line. So this is the point on the line as we have it here, okay? So then, so here we have this point S here. So this is point S. So this is the second station point, which is the front view of the station point. So we have it here. So we are going to call it S prime as we have it then. So then the next thing that we are going to do, is that we are going to join each of these points that we have here. We are going to join them with the station point that we have on the horizon line. So we are joining this point B prime with this station point, and we join also, so we join this A prime with the station point, okay? Then we join C prime with the station point here, and then we also join D prime with the station point. So we join D prime with the station point, we have this. So having done that, the next thing that we are going to do is that, so this point where this line touches this side view or this vertical line, or that is side view of the picture plane, we are going to label them. So here we have this point is point B already. So we have this point B, then this point is going to, okay, B, and then we are going to call it B2. It's also B2. So it's also B2, okay? Then this is A2, okay? This is A2, and this is C2, while this point is D2. So here we have D2 here, okay? So the next thing that we are going to do is that we are going to draw a horizontal line. So from this point A here, as we have drawn horizontal line from B to here, so we are going to draw horizontal line from A2. So we draw horizontal line from A2 like this, and then from C2, so we also draw horizontal line to this side, and from D2 we also draw horizontal line like this. So let's take note of that. So next, so we are going to draw a vertical line from A1 here. So we are going to draw horizontal line that will intersect A2. So from here, sorry, we draw a vertical line that will intersect A2. So I will take a vertical line down and intersect A2 at this point. So here we have this point. So this is point A of the perspective view of the square. Then from this point B also, from B1, we also draw a vertical line. So that vertical line touches B2 here. So here we have this point. So this is point, so this point is point B of the perspective view of the square. Then from point from point C here, so we are going to draw a vertical line from point C1. Okay, from point C1 on the picture plane here, we draw a vertical line, and the vertical line comes down like this. So touching this line C2, touches it here. So this point is point C of the perspective view of the square. And then lastly, so we come to point D1, and we draw a vertical line from point D1 here. So it comes down like this, so touching line D2 at this point. So this point is the point D on the perspective view of the square. So all we have to do now, having located this point, is to join them together. So I'm going to join point A and B together with a straight line like this. Okay, we have this, and then we join point B and C together with a straight line. So, and then we join point C and D together with a straight line like this. Okay, then we join point A and D together with a straight line. So we have this now. All right, so here is the perspective view of the square using this second form of the visual ray method. It's as simple as I've done it here. All you have to do is to practice. When you practice this, you become a master at this one. Thank you. Keep on practicing and God bless you. Let's meet on the other ones which we are going to enjoy. God bless you.